Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Greg Zuerlein out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 2 yards on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go.
This finds Austin complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Here we go, son.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Fields. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. A good defensive play breaks that one up. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go.
Another throw for Fields. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by C.J. Mosley. And the Jets take over after forcing the 1st turnover of this ball game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Blitz coming for Rodgers. As a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly You set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Hall has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from MetLife coming right up. Back now for the 2nd quarter, and the Jets, they have got to look towards that end zone. This is Allen on the give. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Jets get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Braylon Allen, the touchdown! For the offense, you got to love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Fields. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Now a Sauce Gardner dropping him there. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Man in motion out of the slot. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Flush. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back, 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Fields out of the gun. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
He's on the move. Now he fires it deep down the... Wide open, downfield, got it! What a second! That type of gain, huh? Gets him the 1st on 4th down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Two slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Hey, Ted.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Running left is Harris. Room to run inside the 20. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and in what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
Warren has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half.
Yeah, this. Take 30. Done.
Play action with Rodgers. He throws a bullet deep to the right, forces that one, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson takes it away. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
A final throw before the break. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, 88. Set it in. From the 50. Hey, take 26. Back north. Inside. 3 right. Zone.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's trying to go deep again. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Steelers will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down. And it doesn't matter who gets that that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by DJ Reed.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away, that is a gold star effort by the defense.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
This is reeled in by Wilson. Continuing to move past the 45. They get 38 out of the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Hall takes it straight. What a hit, and the ball's loose. Steelers have it, headed the other way.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. Cuts right. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Malachi Corley reels it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. From the 38. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Has his man, it's Corley. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field.
50. Hey, you want over here. 26.
Again, Rodgers. Wilson's got it. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing once again, Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. They'll throw again, Rodgers. That throw finds Coughlin. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Jets cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets tie things up at 14. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Poor choice to bring it out. Instead of the 30-yard line, they're going to start shy of the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth cave, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Shotgun snap to Fields. That throw finds Pickens. And he'll get it up to the 27. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Warren here from the gun. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10 now. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
Here we go.
They give to Harris from the gun. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Locates Jefferson along the sideline, complete. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Here we go. Extend.
Here's Harris. And he works this to the 38 before going down. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Steelers with a little more work to do to win it here. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Don't jump, ready?
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Harris once more. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And a man is there to knock that away. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. So 2nd down coming up. Setting up to pass. This will be caught by Adams. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Here he is to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Back to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll give the Jets a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Hall running between the tackles. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Complete beyond Parker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
Yo, you won the toss. You should have gotten the ball, bro.
1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. They put a receiver in motion right. Rodgers here from the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Third down give to Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
They'll go for it, Rodgers. He connects downfield on 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him at the 38. On first down, here comes Hall. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now here's Rodgers. Corley reels it in. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Throwing now. Forced out, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Looking to throw it. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Quarterback so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
Here we go, son.
A give left side. Here's Harris. And not much. He maybe got a few across the 30 to about the 32. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. From the 32. Caught by Freiermuth. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go, son.
Short side option here. He loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Jets. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still
Fucking
a turnover.
cheeser.
Going into overtime, don't we always focus on the offenses being the hero? Which offense is going to be the hero that ends it? But Brock, the defenses, the real superheroes in this one.
Oh, no question about it. It's been that side of the ball that's taken charge to try and set up a win. And if they're able to score to finally end this game, it won't be the score people are talking about. It'll be about them forcing the fumble to set it up.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on first. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. They go right back to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Here's Hall once more. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the DNs do.
Get out of here. Fucking cheeser.
Back the lead. So the win goes to the Jets. And they only needed to set him up with a shot to connect and win it with 3, and his aim was true to make it happen and put an end to this competitive ball game. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.